I hope y'all have had an amazing week so far. I hope that something good has happened for you. I hope that you're accomplishing your goals. I hope you're sticking to the plan. And I hope you're ready for September. For those of you that will be watching for the first time, I am Dania of Salon Nia Sade, located in Atlanta, Georgia, where I am the master cosmetologist and a certified trichologist. So in addition to helping women feel beautiful, styling their hair, educating them on hair care, being able to teach them how to maintain their hair in between visits, I also help women uncover the root cause of their hair loss. And that means that I just dig deep with them into their lifestyle, their medical history, the prescriptions they may or may not be taking right now, their day-to-day habits, their eating, all those things, their mind, body, and their spirit, just to be able to see what I can do to help them uncover the root cause of their hair loss and see if we can recover hair where there are follicles still available and stop the hair loss from happening in addition to that. So every week I come on here on Wednesdays, usually about this time, to talk to you about something that's related to the health and how it correlates to the hair and how it's showing up in our chairs as beauty professionals. Now, usually when I come on here, this is specifically to impact beauty professionals, hoping that, that we'll continue to grow as an industry and continue to learn and grow, and also become more aware of hair loss and what causes it and how functional trichology can help us in our industry and our businesses, right? But I know that other people are learning things, and I appreciate people sharing, commenting, all those things. So this month I've been talking about diabetes and the thyroid. And today my post was specifically about just wounds healing slowly, and that's a side effect of diabetes. And every year, thousands of people have lower extremity amputations due to the wounds they have not healing. So for example, I know we probably all heard about somebody like talking about, having toes amputated, or sometimes it's more than just toes, but it usually starts with a small cut or something like that gets infected, and it can turn into a foot ulcer, which means that because of the lack of circulation from the consistent high blood sugars and the blood not being able to flow properly, for the skin to be able to heal like it normally would, there's an opening that leads to an infection, and then sometimes people have to have amputations. And I use this today because I personally know some people who've had this happen to them, but I don't think that we talk about enough what it really is, what causes it. Now, that's not always the case of an amputation, but more often than not, it's not due to any other type of trauma other than diabetes and just irregularities of high blood sugar and just not being able to maintain properly. Even as a beauty pro, we do know that if you went to school to be a master cosmetologist, that there are certain things that if someone has diabetes, we're not allowed to do. If you do manicures and pedicures or those things, you're not allowed to do certain things for their pedicures or take care of their feet a certain way. A lot of times they have to go see podiatrists to have certain things done just because the wrong thing could cause more problems for them, right? So especially if you go to a nail tech, they usually ask you, do you have any health conditions that would limit the type of services that you can receive? But that's why, because they're trying to make sure that they limit you being prone to an infection if something goes wrong or they clip a toenail wrong, all those things. So when I come on here and talk about these things, I try to talk about things that are not as common, that we don't hear about as often, just because I feel like the things we hear about, we get so used to hearing about them. But I also talk about the common things every now and then because I think that they're so common to us that we really don't understand the magnitude of which it infects the health for one, and then how it shows up in our clients' hair too. So if you have clients that you know are diabetics and you just didn't understand what was happening, that is just one thing that could be showing up in their hair. That is just one thing that could be causing them to have thinning. That is one thing that could be causing them to have alopecia areata. It's so many things that come with diabetes, just like any other illness, because one illness does not mean that the body is safe in the other organs and the other systems. And that's why in this caption I put, do you feel the hair is safe? Because it's like getting caught in a crossfire. Just because it's diabetes and it has to do with blood sugar does not mean that it's not going to affect anything else in the body. And because the body works as a team. When you have a team, you cannot have one player as the weakest link and it not affect the whole team. So I think the biggest thing for us as beauty professionals is to stop thinking that we're just doing hair. because that person's health that sits in our chair is directly affecting the hair that we style, the hair that we cut, the hair that we color, all those things. So it's time for us to learn more about what could be showing up on that head and how hair loss and scalp maladies could be showing up in our chair, so that we can have a better understanding of what we're looking at. Because a lot of times we see things, but we don't say anything because we don't know. Don't say anything because we're so used to seeing that on so many people, we don't think it's an abnormality, or we just don't have the eye to see it the way we should because we're not educated enough to be able to see it that way. So what I'm hoping that happens with the lives that I come on here and do every week, or my post, is that more beauty professionals will be, put in a position where they're getting that nudge, where they want to continue to grow, where they're getting that nudge where they're like, okay, it's the reason I keep seeing this, the reason I keep seeing these posts, it's the reason I keep hearing about this course or this class. It's because it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to elevate. Join the other beauty professionals who are ready to move forward in their career, who are ready to help people save their follicles, who are ready to learn more about physiology and how physiology is showing up in our salon. Because ultimately, all it does is advance you in your career and help you grow in your career and help you be able to support people better. Because 9 times out of 10, if you work in this industry, it's because you care about people and you enjoy helping them feel beautiful. But when you have clients that you've been seeing 10, 15, 20 years and they're losing hair and you can no longer help them, you can't do anything but start to feel bad because you can't do anything. And a lot of people don't just want to have a cover-up. And a lot of times we go straight into a cover-up when there's really something we could do, possibly if it's caught in enough time, to save the follicles and regrow the hair. But the challenge is a lot of times we have no idea what we're looking at. So we're not aware if it's permanent, if it's temporary, or we don't know what a follicle looks like, or we don't know what type of hair loss it is, all those things. So it's time. It's time for us to do what we need to do. It's time for us to do what we know is right. Because acting like you don't notice your client's hair shedding, or not being able to answer a question when your client comes to you about their shedding, or just referring them to the dermatologist but not even being aware of what will happen when they go to the dermatologist or what the dermatologist will say, being able to educate yourself so that if you refer them out to somebody else who is a trichologist, that you will still understand what the trichologist told them, so that you can not only work in partnership with you being able to continue to prevent additional hair loss and making sure the styles you offer are not hindering the client, but also so that you can refer your clients to people that you trust, even if you decide not to become certified. So I hope that what I said today and any other day makes you want to join us. The next opportunity for you to join us for the 3-day course of over 30 hours of education, guest speakers who are ready to pour into you, as well as the American Academy of Hair and Scalp Diseases always continues to pour into the guests. October 22nd to the 24th. So the 22nd, 23rd, and the 24th. I really hope to see y'all in Texas. Of course, I'll be there. We're always excited to meet the new faces. We're always excited to learn and see how we can help you, how we can pour into you, and just be in a room with other beauty professionals who are ready to grow and who are ready to learn. And we, more than anything, love seeing the shift that takes place in that room. And that shift that takes place, you can't even describe it unless you're there. You have to experience it for yourself. So October 22nd through the 24th, we hope that we'll see you in Houston, Texas. It's almost September, so you still have time to prepare. You still have time to get your flight, book your hotel, all of those good things. So it is still not too late for you to do what you need to do so you can join us. So, like any other Wednesday, I hope that I said something today that touches you, that makes you want to level up in your life, influences you to start where you are, and just keeps empowering you to push forward and do what you need to do as a beauty pro. I hope that y'all stay safe. I hope that anybody that's been impacted by the storm is safe. Y'all take care, and I'll talk to y'all again next week. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share my page with someone else.